Hello students, this video is for class 10th economics chapter 3 money and credit. Let us understand about money and credit. What is money? Money is generally accepted as a medium of exchange in an economy that is used to facilitate transactional trade for goods and services. In the ancient time, there were no such thing called money and it had a barter system. Now let us understand what is barter system. In barter system, selling and purchasing of goods and services was done with double coincidence of wants. What is double coincidence of wants? It means both parties have to agree to sell and buy each other's commodities. In this system, goods and services were exchanged for another goods and services, and it was also known as CC economy, that is commodity for commodity. So here we can understand that double coincidence of wants was one of the important feature of barter system, and due to the lack of this double coincidence of wants, many a times in the market the transaction was not settled. So here double coincidence of want is regarded as one of the drawback of barter system. So who solved this problem? That is money. So money as a medium of exchange settled the transaction. Introduction of money replaced the barter system. Money is a medium of exchange because it acts as an intermediate in exchange process. A person holding money can easily exchange it for any commodity or service. Thus, everyone prefer to receive payments than exchange the money for things that they want. Now, in the earlier age, varieties of objects were used as money. So, let us understand the evaluation of money. So, what all the different objects were used as a money? They were grains, cattle, different metallical coins like gold coins, silver coins, bronze coins, etc. But now in the modern economy, we use modern forms of money. Modern forms of money constitutes currency and bank deposits. Now currency here consists of paper notes and coins. Let us understand about modern currency and why currency is regarded as a medium of exchange. Currency is authorized by the government of the country. In India, the Reserve Bank of India issues currency notes on behalf of the central government. As per Indian law, no other individual or organization is allowed to issue currency. The law legalized the use of rupee as a medium of payment to setting transaction in India. No individual in India can legally refuse a payment made in rupees. So, this is the reason that the currency is authorized by the country and hence it is regarded as a medium of exchange and it is commonly accepted by the people as a medium of exchange. The other form in which people hold money is as deposits with the banks. So what is this deposits with the banks? Deposits with the banks are also a form of money. A person can deposit in the bank by opening an account on her or his name. People need only some money at a point of time. So what people do with these extra money? So people can deposit extra money and earn extra profit which is given on money already deposited in the bank. Now let us understand demand deposit. People deposit the money with the banks by opening a bank account in their name Bank accept the deposits and also pay an amount as interest on the deposits. People's money is safe with the banks and it earns an amount as interest. People have the provision to withdraw the money as and when they require, and this is the reason it is known as demand deposit. A facility of payment through check is also provided by the bank to their customer. So this is a special feature of demand deposit wherein the check facility is provided. So we all have heard about the payment being made by the check instead of cash. So let us understand check. How we can define check? A check is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from the person's account to the person in whose name the check has been issued. So here we can understand, since DD are accepted widely as a means of payment, they constitute money in the economy. Now what does the bank do with the deposits which they accept from the public? So let us understand loan activities of bank. Bank in India these days hold about 15% of their deposits as cash. It may vary. Bank use the major portion of the deposit to extend the loan. It provides low interest rate on deposits and high interest rate on loan. And the difference between these interest rate is the main source of income for the banks. Now let us understand what is credit. Credit is generally defined as a contractual agreement in which borrower receives something value and agrees to pay the lender at a later date. A large number of transactions in our day-to-day activities involve credit, and credit would be useful or not, that depend on the risk involved in the situation and the support in case of loss. And generally the credit is given with a certain interest rate. Credit involves certain terms of credit. So let us understand what are the terms of credit. It includes interest rate, collateral, documents, and mode of repayment. Let us understand terms of credit in detail. The first term, as we have read, is interest rate. Every loan agreement specifies an interest rate which the borrower must pay to the lender along with the repayment of the principal amount. And this interest rate also vary from person to person and institute to institute. The next is collateral. Now what is this collateral? It is an asset that the borrower owns, such as land, building, vehicle, livestock, deposits with the bank, etc. And these all use this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset or collateral to obtain payment. So this is how that the collateral is used by the bank in case of non-repayment of loan, and they also able to protect them against the losses by selling the collateral. Now the next is documentation requirement. It is the process under which the lender verifies the eligibility and all the details of the borrower, and also verifies the collateral related to documents. And the last is mode of repayment. It refers to the manner in which the loan would be repaid. So many a times it has been observed that the long-term loan or the short-term loan is given. So long-term loan can be repaid on the basis of installment, monthly or annually. So number of conditions can be there on the mode of repayment. So here our first part of the video, money and credit, is over. Thank you.